Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hopefully you can hear me as well. I'm using a new microphone, so I'm just testing it out today. Today is a live stream, so if you're watching this in the upload, just bear with me for a few minutes. Today I'm going to be talking about ordering a second Amazon product, so a few things you need to be aware of before doing it, because they tried to screw me over. They tried it, but I caught them. I caught them, which is awesome. So hopefully people will be turning up in the old live stream. I'm just going to post this in a few different pages to see what we can do, see if we can get some extra people in here. So live now, talking about ordering from Alibaba. Okay, we'll post in there. Just let me know when you're in, guys. Just let me know that you're here. I'm also going to do a giveaway on this video as well. So one of you lucky people that's in the live stream will earn yourself some money. If you did comment on the previous video, I will be doing the announcement very soon for that as well. So I'll be giving away money left, right, and center. Do not worry about that. Got a few people in. Josh, notification squad, yeah. I see you guys. What's up? How's the mic going? Can you hear me properly? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? It's a little tiny microphone. It's a little tiny mic. Is this a 5-star diamond rated? Let's double check. They're like 1 year rated, I believe. Yeah, I believe they're 1 year rated. Let me just log in and I'll have a little look. I can't bother. It's going to take too long to find. Not to worry. What's up, Josh, Matt, Titastic, Rossi, Jono, JDT, watching from work, and is chilling at home doing a live stream. Want to trade? Absolutely not. Simon, what's up? What's up, people? What's up? So we're going to learn today how basically the suppliers try to do this, and it can be down to either a communication issue, like translation issue, or it's just a tactic that they choose. I don't really know, but I spoke with Adam, my freight forwarder, today, just to clarify a few things, because what I thought the supplier was doing was quite dodgy. Well, not dodgy. I just thought that they were trying to get as much risk off of their hands onto mine, which does make sense. You know, they want to do that. But if I hadn't have seen it, I think a lot of people can get caught out in this way. So this video hopefully should be super useful if you're ordering products from Alibaba, or actually anywhere where you're doing either air shipping or sea shipping. Really does make a difference, because the shipping terms, they will try and test you. They really will try and test you. So for example, let's go in. Oh, hang on, who we got in here? Best wishes from Romania. Awesome. Athlete 365. Every single day of the year. Yo, what's up? How's everyone doing today? Can you hear me properly? Can you hear me? Is this even working? Can you hear me? Is it working? I don't know. You need to tell me. You need to give me feedback, guys. You need to give me feedback. So yeah, I have ordered the product. I put a deposit down of $699, which was about $683 plus a little bit of basically you have to pay not a commission, a fee for using debit card or credit card, I think. Yeah, so that's kind of what I paid today. However, it could have been less, it could have been more. But let's have a little chat into it. So basically, I've wrote down some key things you need to know about when ordering. Now, make sure you pay attention, guys. I will also make sure you do stay till the end, and I will choose one of you guys watching right now to win some money. So I'll PayPal you over some money, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that later on. So maybe only in about 15 minutes. So not a too long video today. Should be pretty interesting. What happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened. No, I'm gonna tell you what happened, and then I'll give you the best practices as to how to overcome these potential issues and suppliers basically trying to just get your money super fast. and not so much worrying about shipping. Opening eyes to SMA, yeah. SMMA is it's a pretty cool business model. My friend Jordan, who just started like literally only a couple of weeks ago, he's already pretty much on his third client. He quit his job 3 days ago, or he left his job 2 days ago, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. And yeah, he's got 2 clients now. He should be landing a third one today, which is awesome. So it's really super easy to scale. A lot of work, but yeah, super easy to scale. What's your opinion on starting out with some affiliate marketing first to fund your first product? Yeah, it's a good idea. It's definitely a good idea. Like affiliate marketing, because it's so low upfront costs, then yeah, it's a great way to get started in generating some income. And it's super, super passive once you get started. Not quite as passive as Amazon, but there we go. I'm actually going to be doing a video that's going to be uploaded, I think Sunday. I think it's going to be uploaded Sunday, Saturday or Sunday. And I've got a little present for you guys interested in affiliate marketing. A little something extra, so you've got to stay around for that video. Automatic PPC, I will go into the video in a second, guys. Automatic PPC, $50 daily, wow. 50 cent bid over recommended, only 20 impression and 24 hours. Do leave it a little bit longer. Just bear in mind, $50 a day starting out is quite a lot. I would set it at $10 or $15 because Amazon really, they do want to use your budget. 20 impressions is very, very low, so maybe it's not delivering properly. Or your bids are not high enough. That could be an issue. If your bids aren't high enough, they won't even be showing impressions. So maybe up your bid. But I would leave it for another day just to see if Amazon optimize that a little bit. Which is cool. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. Oh, and one from Dan. Oh shit, a new mic. When did you get that? Also, how much? I got it today. It arrived in the post this morning, and I think it was about £12 or so. Between £12 and £15, so it's not a huge amount of money. It's made by some company. But yeah, I'm just trying to test it. It's a bit iffy at the moment, a bit iffy. Cool, so, right, what happened today? So I have been negotiating with my supplier for what can only be described as an eternity, weeks. However, like even though today there was extra costs that I didn't think were going to happen, it's still a really cheap product. So I'm still able to make a lot of money from it, and it's only about £1 more expensive from what's happened today. So going way back when I first started getting quotes from suppliers, I sent the same quote to pretty much all the suppliers with this product and said, hey, I want this many of this product, air shipping door to door to this address, with custom labels, custom packaging, everything that you need, basically a full quote. And they came back to me. They came back with a really good shipping quote. We had to negotiate on the price of the unit quite significantly. Managed to get that down quite a lot, and got like all the packaging. Basically, I was super, super happy with everything. I thought this is perfect, and we just went through talking about all the specifics, and like how we're going to do things, what file formats they need, and stuff like that. So it took quite a while to get there. But today I was like, I wanted to order last week. I couldn't, just for some things that are out of my control, like Hazmat review. That's all sorted, all passed, which is all good. And I was like, right, cool. 2 days ago, I started the process of doing my order, and I think I've requested amendments in the contract probably about 12 times, because something that I have, well, I say I've realized, something that you should definitely do, and if you're not, then you could potentially get a bit screwed over in the future, is that you need to first of all check the contract. And I'm not just talking about the page that they send you, but the actual contract itself. Check it, and if there's something that you have talked about in your quote that is not in there, you need to go back and say, this needs to be in the quote, it needs to be in the contract, because if it's not in there, you're not going to get covered on it if anything goes wrong or if something's not delivered properly. So basically what happened is they said, yeah, this is the shipping. I asked for Air Express door-to-door shipping. So if you don't know what that means, it's where the supplier will make the product, so they will then ship it from their door to Amazon's warehouse. So they will do the end-to-end process. Normally there's only 2 ways to really do it. Either you pay the duty and the tax, or they will pay it. the difference in terms of the shipping terms, is DDP, Delta Delta Papa, is delivery duty paid. So that's everything's paid for as part of that upfront cost. Or you have DDU, which is delivery duty unpaid, but that's actually now known as DAP. Okay, so there's a newer term for it, but most suppliers will understand DDU as a term. It's just a little bit outdated now. So those are normally the terms, and that's what I wanted, right? That's what I wanted. And they never discuss anything otherwise. However, when the contract came through, this was probably a week or two ago now, I saw that the shipping terms were slightly wrong. They were express shipping, but FOB, which is freight on board, which basically means that they get it to the Chinese port, and then they're kind of hands done. You know, you have to then basically pay for the shipping on your side. And I was like, okay, you've made a mistake. That shouldn't be FOB. Can you change that to the delivery terms we discussed? Along with other questions, and they ignored that one, and I kind of forgot about it. Went back a few days later. Can you amend the contract to represent the quote? Blah, blah, blah. Never changed it, and then it got to today, and I was like, okay, something is up. They are intentionally not replying to this question, so they're doing something weird. So I asked a very direct question to saying, you know, why aren't you acknowledging this question? And they said, well, because the I think, what was it, I can't remember the exact terminology, but they said, oh yeah, that's what we discussed, and I quoted myself, and I went back and I said, no, this is what we discussed. And they said, okay, well, the shipping is going to be more expensive if you want that shipping. Maybe it was a communication issue. So basically, the quote I got was a little bit less than it was going to be, because they were basically trying to pay for the shipping on their side, but not pay for any of like the FedEx kind of anything on our side, which was super annoying. And people will get caught out with that, and that will happen where FedEx will receive it in the UK, and you'll have a massive bill for like the whole of the shipment, along with your duty and your tax. Now, the money spent is probably going to be the same if you're spending it up front or if you're spending it retrospectively. However, if the product comes into the country and there's costs that you were not expecting, then you have no choice but to pay it. If you want your products, you have no choice but to pay that fee. It might be $400 more than you wanted to pay or expected to pay, but if you want your products, you got to pay it. So you're kind of stuck, and you don't want to ever be in that position where you're kind of cornered into that. Well, I've got a quote from my supplier saying that it covers shipping. FedEx, DHL, UPS, they will not give a crap about that. They'll just say, well, pay this money, this is what you owe us, and you can have your goods released. So that's how you can get stung really badly with this. So I've got a few tips and tricks for this, okay? So when you are using Alibaba or any, like if you're using DHgate or anything like that, only use the chat that they provide. Don't use WhatsApp, do not use Skype or anything like that. Now the reason being, well, if you are going to use those, I'm going to explain what you have to do, right? But I would only use Alibaba chat because Alibaba can see that, and if you kind of raise a complaint, then they'll be able to look back for it and see what was actually said. Clarify every single detail of your product. Everything has to be clarified either in that message format and in your contract as well. So make sure that what you've discussed with your supplier aligns completely with the contract that they provide you. Don't think that they're going to do you any favors. Make sure if it's in the contract, they're obliged to do it. If it's not in the contract, they haven't got to do it. And if they don't do it, there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so make sure whatever you discuss and you've agreed upon is in the contract. And if it's not, you have to go back, ask them to amend it and confirm the changes, okay? Check it every single time. I did this multiple times. I've done it so many times today, which is why it's taken me the whole day to get this done. Check your shipping terms. If you don't know what shipping terms are, if you don't know the shipping terms, research them, just type them into Google, or just reach out to me, okay? Or go into my Amazon FBA Facebook groups and ask the question, and the answer will come to you, okay? This is a really important one, guys. Check your trade assurance terms. So trade assurance, if you do not know, is a feature from Alibaba, which basically means that if something goes wrong and it's their fault, the supplier's fault, that you can get you can get a refund. Say for example, if the quality isn't as discussed, or it's not delivered on time, or even if it's not shipped on time, you can basically raise a complaint with Alibaba for trade assurance. Now, what most suppliers will do is put on, if you ask for trade assurance, they'll put on pre-delivery trade assurance, which means that basically it's pointless, because by the time you know if something's not right, it's post-delivery, it's after delivery. So what you want to do is make sure you have post-delivery trade assurance, which normally means you have 15 days after the point of clearing customs to kind of inspect your products and see if there's any issues and get in touch with the supplier. So what I would do personally is, once your products are at Amazon, the first thing you need to do is a removal request for one item, or have one of your friends or your family buy the product so you can have a look at it. But if you just do a removal request, that's equally as good. Check the product, see if it's as you'd like it to be, and if it's not, then immediately raise a why am I saying complaint? I don't know what the word is, with Alibaba, whatever it may be, with Alibaba. And of course with the manufacturer, if there's any problems, they might just own up and say, okay, it's not very good. Everything must be in writing. Make sure everything is in writing. Don't assume anything, because it's just a bad idea. And then when you go to pay, double check the amount. Make sure you're paying the right amount, because you never know. You might pay and it might accidentally be wrong. So hopefully that will help you guys. And to give you an idea, my deposit was $683 and I had to pay $699. And that's the fee that I had to pay to use debit or credit card. So, bit of a pain in the ass today. It's all sorted now. That's deposit paid. Products will be done within about 15 to 20 days. I should get delivery within about 6 to 10 days, which is pretty cool. So let's have a look at some of these questions. What do you think about that? Oh, got a sore throat. Billy boy, have any issue with your supplier at the moment? So it'll be interesting here what you have to share. Yeah, what do you think about that? Any kind of similar problems? Definitely not bad quality for £12 now. If this works, if it continues to work, I'm pretty happy with it. What is Hazmat review? Very good question. So when you sell products on Amazon, either if they're in certain categories or they contain or are certain items, they will go through a hazardous material review, which basically says that, say for example, okay, this is a guitar tuner, okay? This has a battery in it, so this is potentially hazardous material. So when you list this item on Amazon, you will have to declare to them, or they will probably know already, that it has a battery in. So you have to fill out a form that has all the information about the battery, so that Amazon are basically have all the information available to them. Now that will then go to a policy team, which will look at your Hazmat application and either approve it or deny it or whatever it may be. They say that it takes 4 days. It'll probably take about 2 weeks. It'll take longer if there's any issues with your product. But equally, there's other products that will go under Hazmat review that don't need batteries, that don't have liquids and things like that. All the information you can find on Amazon's website. And if you have, or if you have a seller support account, you just go help and you can type in Hazmat and it'll come up with the classifications. But that's super important to check, because if I personally wouldn't order your product unless it's through Hazmat review, because you never know what's going to happen. You might have a battery or a charger or even a wall plug that is not allowed, or if you have anything that's potentially hazardous or flammable, then it will go under Hazmat review. Or if some categories, then everything goes through Hazmat review, which is why it takes a long time. Hazmat review is a process every product now goes through before you're able to send inventory. They say it takes 4 days, but it usually takes 2 to 4 weeks. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, it's really, really long. I wasn't expecting it to take so long for a product that doesn't actually have any hazardous materials. But yeah, it's super long. So you always got to be aware of that. Who carries out recently created a shipping plan with Amazon and products are on the way. So if it is Hazmat reviewable, then you won't even be able to do a shipping plan without it. So when you go to create a shipping plan, or you convert it from a merchant to FBA fulfilled product, it'll say, hey, you need to answer these questions, like does it contain batteries, does it contain hazardous materials, press no, no. The next page will say if it's under Hazmat review or not. If it's not, it'll just go straight away. If you've created a shipping plan, if you've got your thing up there straight away, it should be all right. Dan Pryor, the Chinese are sly. They might not be Chinese. You never know. They might just live in China. They could hold you to ransom. Yeah, they definitely could have held me to ransom. Yeah, like FedEx just holding me to ransom. Definitely can happen. Oh no. Amina, how much do you make in Amazon UK? At the moment, my first product is actually sold out. Long story. I'll probably do another video on that because the FBA fees over Christmas are actually more, which is quite interesting, which would affect my product. So I've got this product in as soon as possible so I can start making a little bit more from Amazon. Do we need business insurance? Is it expensive? Not massively expensive. It depends on what type of insurance. You can look at product liability insurance, which is going to be a product if you're selling on Amazon, and professional indemnity insurance for pretty much anything else. Especially if you're a consultant or anything like that, you want professional indemnity. I didn't pay by PayPal, no. I think it's a 5% fee with PayPal, and I'm not down with paying 5% extra. I think it's 2.5 or 3% with credit or debit card. Talk about the process you have had with your product over the last week or so. Photo shoot, personalized packaging. Okay, Dan. So Dan, nice little plug for you there. If you guys ever want design work, go and speak to Dan. You can reach out to me for his email address. He's done all my design work for my product packaging, my logos, pretty much everything. And yeah, so with my product, I had a photo shoot done this week. So I paid for a photo studio and loads of other different bits and pieces to get pretty much the best quality photos I could, because what you've got to remember, guys, with Amazon, your photos are your storefront. Your photos are your storefront. And if you were to go into a shopping center and you look at two shops that sell exactly the same thing, but one of them looks better, which one are you going to go in? You're going to go in the one that looks better. You're going to go in the one that's more shiny and nice and got, it looks new. Then that's the place you're going to walk into. So when someone's going through Amazon, they are looking at one picture. That's all they're looking at. You've only got one chance to impress someone and to get someone to click on your page. So you have to put as much effort into those pictures as possible. Like, you've got to put effort into your branding, which is why I recommend getting packaging done, is because as soon as you have packaging and you have a company website, and you've got support, you've got a proper email address, then you're building up your brand in terms of your brand, what's it called? Like your brand's confidence, and that's going to really help with customers when they make buying decisions, and especially if you're going to be a new seller. So yeah, I massively recommend spend money to make money. Spend money on your photos, spend money on packaging, because it's something that you spend once and you'll be able to get it again and again and again. And I don't recommend talking through Skype or WeChat. No, I don't. Okay, if you are going to talk through Skype or WeChat, make sure that first of all you save those, and also anything that you confirm in those chats, you have to bring it over to Alibaba. Make sure it's on the contract, it's on the actual terms, and then maybe even paste in export it as a document and paste it into the Alibaba chat. I just wouldn't leave it to chance, because if something's not exactly correct, you need something to fall back on. And if you aren't communicating through Alibaba, they have nothing to go upon. They can never know. Jamie on your Les Paul right now and stop to check out the live stream. That's what I'm talking about. I was playing the guitar a few minutes ago as well. Hell yeah. Dan Pryor plugged. Yeah, I love it. Do you have a website? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do. I've got a few websites. Josh, hey Dan, what software do you use to do package designs? Just for personal reference, I want to make it my own. If I've got proficient. I think he uses Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop. Maybe? I don't know. Haven't launched your product yet. How do you pay by card? Is there an option on Alibaba? And you're still protected? Yes, so when you go to pay, you have the option of how you like to pay. So that's dependent on the supplier. There's normally like tabs along the top. So you can do like debit cards, I think it's called e-checking, PayPal. So depending on what they accept, then that's what you can pay using. If you pay using debit or credit card, then you're going to have as long as you've put it in your contract, you're going to have the trade assurance. So make sure it's a trade assurance supplier, and that it's in the contract, and then that's what I would do for that. If you're paying through PayPal, then you're going to have a certain level of protection with PayPal. It's pretty good. But again, make sure everything's in writing. If it's not in writing, it didn't happen. Dan, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe InDesign. He likes Adobe. He likes it. what's your thoughts on net neutrality? Neutrality. I don't believe it's anything to do with the UK. Only them crazy US folks. But my understanding is, a very low understanding of it. My understanding is that basically internet providers can limit access to certain websites and limit speeds, which doesn't sound very good. I'm not going to lie, it doesn't sound very good. Like I'm with Virgin Media, and they don't let me go on websites to watch films. So Virgin Media already do some things, but yeah, they're probably not the most legit of websites to watch films. Good question. How risky is Amazon FBA? Okay, I heard stories of people spending a lot of money on stock and not being able to sell. So have I. Having to sell for tiny margins or even to make losses because so much competition. Yes, I've heard of that as well, and that is a risk. However, and I'm really glad you brought this up, because I see people making the same mistake, and I'm in many Facebook groups. I keep an eye on them, and I see people make literally the same mistakes for Amazon FBA, and they're really tiny mistakes, guys. They're tiny mistakes, but they have ginormous impacts, like not being able to make profit on your stock, or not being able to import it into your country, or it being in a gated category and you not being ungated, or it being a restricted product. There's so many things where people can make mistakes. So what I did when I made my Amazon course, I literally wrote down all of these mistakes that I saw people making, and I spent quite a while doing this, and I said, right, my course has to, of course, teach everything that you need to know, but it has to identify how to make these not happen. Making sure that you don't buy a product that's restricted, making sure that you can import it into the country, making sure that you don't get screwed over by your supplier, all that sort of stuff, making sure that you don't get something with a tiny margin because you haven't thought about customs duty or VAT or PPC or anything like that. So people do it, and the reason why people make mistakes like that is because they don't know what looks good. They don't know that they have to have a certain margin to allow for errors, to allow for competition. They don't know that bundling and differentiating yourself and brand awareness and branding is going to mean that you don't have to lower your price along with everyone else, because your brand is going to be so strong. You're going to be bundling with 1 or 2 products. You might have an ebook, an email follow-up sequence. So these are all things that people just don't do when they start off in Amazon FBA. People that do, normally very successful. People that don't, then basically you're opening yourself up to so many issues that can happen. So that's why my course is like 84 videos long, and it's like 5-6 hours now. It's because you have to talk about the tiny things. Like Amazon FBA, yes, it's about product research, yes, it's about launching, but it's about the small details, which although seem small and at the time insignificant, they can have ginormous kind of impacts in the future if you don't pay attention to them. A good example of this is Jungle Scout numbers, or any Unicorn Smasher or Amaze Owl, AMZ Scout, all these people that analyze product sales, right? They're not correct. They're estimates. So some people will buy products purely based upon those, but they've never actually checked the sales figures against actual sales figures using one of 2 things. I say the 999 cart trick. Search that on YouTube, you'll be able to find my video on that. Or there is an automated Chrome extension which is called AMSPECTY, something like that. And that's a Chrome extension where it will track it for you. So it will track how many units people are selling a day, so you don't have to keep going back to it, and then every week you can export it and see how many units everyone's selling, and that is actually how many units they're selling. So that means that if those two are, the Jungle Scout numbers really high and the actual numbers were low, you think, okay, the Jungle Scout numbers are wrong, these are too low, I'm going to move on from that product. Or it could be the other way around, or it could be about the same. But if you don't check, you can make a mistake. When you say about too much competition, so many products, normally it's the case when they have too much competition, someone's gone onto it not knowing what too much competition actually is, but also going into a product where everyone's listings are the same, everyone's photos are the same, they're just the same photos from Alibaba. There's no one's bundling, no one's differentiating, and it's only going to be a price war. There's nothing to differentiate yourself. It's just going to be a price war to the bottom. So if you're going into a competitive market, one of the biggest things you have to do is differentiate yourself and have a brand. have something that people want to buy over someone else, even if it's more expensive. And you'll find that prices will lower over time, but yours will lower less because you have a strong brand. Woo! Hopefully that answers your question. Dan is an IG. Yes, he is. I don't know his thingamajiggy. Message me and I'll get you in touch with him. Lovely content, thank you. Can you explain reverse keyword ASIN? Yes, so if you get an ASIN, if you don't know what this is, guys, it's the unique number that Amazon have for every single product. It's normally like B07504Z, whatever. You can get it from the URL or it's on the actual product listing. Basically, you can get that and you can type it into, I think it's Keyword Inspector, a website, I can't remember off the top of my head, and you can do something called reverse ASIN search. Reverse ASIN? Yeah, reverse ASIN. And what it does, it gets that ASIN, or that product, let's say, and it finds all the keywords that that product is ranking for. So say, for example, it's a guitar tuner. It will say, okay, people that land on this, you know, that see this item, they have searched for guitar tuner, how to tune a guitar, small tuner, clip-on tuner. So it will come up with all the keywords that customers actually search to find this product, and where in the listing, if it's first, if it's third, or if it's fifth in the actual ranking, it is, and how many searches per keyword on those particular keywords. So basically you can get a lot of information about your competitors in terms of where they're ranking and what keywords they're ranking for and which are the ones with the highest volume for the ones they're actually ranking for. So if you then analyze their listing, their keywords, you can see which are the best keywords for that product. You then incorporate those keywords into your title, your description, your back-end keywords. Your PPC strategy is super important, because what you want to do as a new seller is you want to capture other people's sales. At the moment, company A is getting the sales. You want to be taking their sales, okay? As bad as that sounds, that's what you need to be doing. You need to be taking their sales. So you can find the words that they're ranking for. So they're ones that they're getting searched for most, like 50,000 searches a month. Maybe that's a bit much. And however, they're ranked number 2. You want to be a sponsored listing at the very top so you can capture those sales. That's what you want to be doing. So that's the point of reverse ASIN keywords. They're super important. They cost a bit of money. Well worth it. Don't skimp on keyword research. Yes, they do. 12 movies free.ac. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Virgin Media don't allow it. Damn them. Sweet answer, thank you. Yes, at Dan Pryor UK, that's the one. Just sign up to USI Tech with your link. Awesome, thank you very much. Yeah, it should be if you've got any questions about that, send me an email. It could be like USI Tech could be really interesting, but it's for another video, kind of not Amazon related. But yeah, I'm loving kind of crypto at the moment. I'll do another video about it because I made some serious gains recently. But that's pretty good. So there we go, guys. Okay, if you're still in and you'd like me to PayPal you some cash, so who would like me to PayPal you some money? Give me a little 1. I need some 1s in the comments. Give me some 1s in the comments if you're still here and you'd like me to PayPal you some money. I'm going to do it right now. I'm not going to PayPal it right now, but I will pick a winner right now. But you need to hit 1 and I'll choose someone. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Come on, guys, let's get in. I know there's a little bit of a delay. 1, 1, 1. Come on, just hit the 1s. I need some 1s, so I need to pick someone. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes for people to comment, and I'll pick someone. And then, basically, I'm going away for the weekend. I'm going to Brighton for the weekend. If you're in Brighton, all right, it's a 5-year anniversary for me. My girlfriend, so going out, I need to schedule my videos. Dan Pryor with the 2 and the 9, Jono with the 2. Stick a 1 in there, man. Stick a 1. We want some 1s. 6, 4, 1. Make sure I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to get into it. I know there's a few people watching, so I want to give you a little bit of time, and then we will pick a winner and pick an amount as well. Let me prepare my random number generator. Oh yes. Make sure I got nothing sensitive on my screen. Okay, I don't even know how I'm going to pick someone. Damn. Okay, cool. Right, what I'm going to do first is let's pick someone. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Okay, I'm going to count them all, and then I'm going to randomly pick a number, and I'm going to count down who that's going to be. Let's go to 38. So 1 and oh my god, everyone's commenting still. Right, let's go between 1 and let's go 48. Okay. We have a winner. We have a winner. Let me reset those. Where's my thing gone? Okay, let me just count, guys. I'm just going to pick the winner now. I've just got to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. I think. Yeah. It might be wrong. Tony Charles. Tony Charles. Tony Charles. You are the winner. Okay, so, Tony, you must email me. Email me at info@johnnybradley.com. Can you just send me a screenshot of you logged into your YouTube account, your PayPal email address, and the currency, dollars, pounds, whatever, and I'll PayPal you. Let's choose how much we're going to PayPal you. All right, here we go. So we're going to have a random number generator. I love this thing. It's going to be between 10 and 25. It used to be at 5, but it's a bit nothing. So between 5 and 25. 24. 24. Jesus. Yeah, 24. Let me write that down. Where can I write that down? I'm going to write it in my book. Write that in my book. Oh, jeez. Do you know what? I'm not going to write in my book. I'm going to write it in my notes document. All right, if you've got any last questions, guys, please feel free to fling them out there. I'm going to go in 2 seconds. So any last questions, make sure you comment down below. Okay, giveaway. Who won? I can't remember. Tony Charles. And with £24. Congratulations. We liking it? If I win, I'd let you keep the money in return for a place on your course. I think you're getting the better end of the deal if that's you. Awesome. Congrats, Tony. Lovely. And there was a question in here somewhere. How old are you? Ooh, 27. 27. Afternoon, Charlie. All right. Awesome, guys. So if you've got any last questions, ping them out now, and I'll try to answer them. But if you don't have any questions, then of course you guys are already subscribed. Make sure those notifications are turned on. Comment on the video, like the videos. Oh, I've got something really cool coming next week. For live streams. I'm really excited about it. I was going to try and make it happen for today, but it's going to be a game changer for live streams. That's all I'm saying at the moment. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. But for the rest of the day, I've got 2 YouTube videos to record because I'm not going to be here Saturday, Sunday, and I have to do the daily uploads. So I've got 2 videos to record. Excuse me. What else? And I've just got to get stuff sorted for the weekend. Bit late jumping on today, Charlie, but yeah, make sure you do watch it, particularly if you're into Amazon FBA. Some of the stuff that I mentioned in the video is super important for delivery and for shipping and stuff like that. Don't get screwed over by jargon, basically, because there's a lot of jargon within when you're ordering. Thanks, Dale. I will have a great time, hopefully. Quick question, tax on crypto gains? Yes, capital gains tax. So yeah, you have to pay tax, not once it's in crypto, but once you exchange any gains, into your fiat currency, which will be dollars or pounds or euros or fucking whatever, then yes, you will have to pay tax on that, just like you would do on any money you earn. Yeah, definitely. Cool, guys. Hope you enjoyed today. Hope the microphone is up in the game for you. I don't know what the next thing is going to be. Maybe some more lighting, because I've only got this tiny little light. I need some more lighting because, as you guys know, if you're in the UK, it's super dark all the time. And this lighting in this room is awful as well. Oh, nice, Charlie. First product started 1st of December. Wicked. Congratulations. I like it. Dan, did you sort out the packaging file for the supplier? We'll find out at some point. I've emailed it over to them. We'll see what happens. I have no idea yet. So I've sent over my files to the supplier with my logo and packaging and stuff like that. If they get it, cool. If they don't, then I'm screwed. But we'll find out. We'll find out. It will be okay. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. So, awesome, Tony. Hope you enjoy the cash. And I will see all you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your evenings and just generally just stay happy and be healthy and stuff. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.